years ago, they played into a PRX then, who smacked them around, sent them to the lower bracket, and they went home the next game. It's a very different time now, and looking at the agent select, there's no surprises. PRX back to the Raze Yoru, G2 back to their Teo comp.
Yeah, I want to see if we're going to see innovation from those two. I look at Trent and Jonah B from the attack and what they can explain, and from the defense, I would love to see some operator. To me, something hits different with it. So it's another head-to-head that I really want to see this match.
G2 tends to be a lot better on their defense side, but for their attack, watch out for what set ideas they have on pistol rounds. And once we get into the gun rounds, how they're playing around Leaf's lurks. I think the amount of value he can get on the lurk impacts the way Valen can call this map a huge amount. So if PRX are effective in flushing him, that's a big win condition on their defense.
But I was gonna say, if PRX can flush him out, and you know they're gonna be looking for him out there, man. All right, folks, here we go. The question is, can G2 derail PRX's choo-choo train? Or will W Gaming send Valen and company down to the lowers for the second event running? Bren, Sideshow, the floor is yours.
And honestly, what a match to open our playoffs here. You have two juggernauts of their respected regions, the best of Pacific versus the best of Americas, clashing here today for our opening. It's bound to be fantastic. It's destined to be fantastic, genuinely. And we are hoping to see the very best brought out of either of these teams.
I think it's a great way to begin. So many of these players have been directly competing for the same trophies for years. Yeah, Jorg stealing it away from PRX, and PRX being able to take a bunch that G2 were fighting over. PRX looked to fight over a Rubble at the start of this round, but they've been locked off.
And G2 are fast here, immediately going for that B plan, and Giacomo slipping through into the net and into the back line of the enemy team.
What a nice round here from G2 so far.
We're already seeing Util going to be used in spades on either side with that paranoia, trying to flush out the remaining players. PRX trying to get themselves in, but this is ingrained positions. Look at this, flipping the map ever so slightly. Salvos off of the first tap.
Jorg is rewrapping heaven.
Could be that backstab that's sorely needed. PRX are just wondering where the hell these players are lying in wait. G2 are coming out with order preparation right now. Wonderful look here for the pistol round, but they're not done just yet. But that second round of salvos denies it all. Time being burnt all the way down here. And that's a first opening pistol round going away at G2.
That was so fast from G2. You expect PRX to be the team making decisions quicker in this game, really. And they weren't at all on this pistol. Maybe part of that is because of the amount of prep that G2 have put in. They knew exactly what they wanted to do right from barrier drop. But they were instantly into B, immediately re-pushing. Jorg wrapping around.
Let's go.
Easy pistol. Easy.
Nice.
It was. And now G2 have set themselves up quite nicely. Getting an outlaw into Giacomo's hands. Leaf really happy playing with that. They're so happy playing with the stingers as well.
Certainly are. This looks like a bit of a trap play potential there for it. Players are lying in wait. Flash triggered. Bit of a peek around the corner. Jing, something forsaken or collapse as well. Snap shut with the trap. Giacomo's going to try and at least even this one out. 3 players still alive here for G2. And
How'd you get the spike back?
I'm going to try to go back into this one, of course, because the spike is out into the middle of nowhere. The question of how you get it back is the least of their concern, I think, right now for G2. Hurting bad. How the hell do you even get past this as well? Smokes on smokes. That's just off sound cues. Giacomo hears it, scuttling in the sand, takes it with a no-scope, picks up the upgrade. PRX could still be deadly in this spot, though. Snakebite ricocheting back to try and pull them back out. What a face from them. And now, surely the cherry on top. Leaf just dropped down to that 30 HP. He's got to do it now with just that. Outlaw missing the first shot. Anticipating the re-swing. 35 seconds left.
I think this is the only gun that Leaf could have a chance with.
It's an awkward engagement, but he's got to be so damn sharp. Magnetic onto the heads, picks up the rifle, but with the pistols, it's all PRX.
How have they done that? How on earth have they done that? MasterCard Thrifty instantly comes out from PRX with 1 ghost and 4 classics. Obviously, the trap play is really nice. You've got the Vice Flash comboed with the Paranoia, but you'd expect G2 to have some people ready for it. They had a few people behind Mount, but all of those players got hit with the Paranoia coming out from Forsaken. That's incredible. As you see a beautiful prep round from G2, and then PRX force a team fight in an unexpected spot, and as soon as G2 are away from the theory, they collapsed.
Yeah. It's one of the reasons we're so excited for this matchup, I think, is because it does have that stylistic twist to it, those differences. A question of can G2 keep up with the pace that PRX will throw at you? Can you keep up with the trap plays, the raw mechanical skill? But they have so much trust in their aim that they can just pull off some ridiculous stuff like we just watched.
And PRX are so happy to challenge you on unexpected timings.
Yeah, for sure.
And take risks, right? It's all about those calculated risks. Risks that become a lot less risky when you have players as good as PRX does. Don't be doing the stuff that they're up to in your ranked games, because you don't got it like that.
You're not them.
No, you are not him.
It's quite poetic as well that we open up on Lotus here last two times. The last time that these two teams faced off, Lotus was the finisher. PRX got the win against G2 at Toronto. It should be a pretty good cleanup. No problems, but as I say that, hold on. Yeah, rifles are being acquired. The site is theirs too. Wrapping around from the side is something. That flank has to come to fruition. It's a backstab that must be the insurance policy playing off now for them as well. That Prowler not quite broken in time. Something now finally activating, getting involved towards it. The smoke in the face. Pacman cleaned up. It's up to Leaf now in that 1v2. Knows the rough position. Something's just holding it. Shorty in hand though. Not enough with the shots to buy saves the day.
Close one there, because we nearly had a Thrifty back in the other direction. Leaf left in a somewhat similar scenario to the previous round. And Devi cleans it up with the Outlaw. That's the only weapon, though, that PRX are going to be able to carry through. They've actually upgraded it to a Phantom. So one rifle looking to carry through into the next. There are going to be a lot of chaotic moments like this, because that's the way that PRX play. And thriving in the chaos and keeping your guns out a lot of the time as well is one of the best ways to play against them. They're actually not even going for a bonus here. Something, Forsaken, Devi, all forcing up. So they could have played this as like a delayed bonus round in round 4, and instead they're like, nah, let's just get into the rifles. Let's smack heads, crack heads, and see who wins.
Bit of presence shown early here by PRX. Just the Boombot. Slow going though for G2. You can expect this from most of their rounds. Especially on the attack, they want to wait out that gate crash timing for something, knowing that he's going to be posted up. Thrown over the top. Doesn't get broken. That's no TP exit. Jorgen was forward the dimensional drift. An attempt and a chance potentially to punish. Picking out the available util. It's going to be deaded off though, so the Thorn's going to be delaying any sort of backup. Jorgen does have side control for now.
A nicely executed round. Good theory there to push Forsaken away, because he's normally so difficult to deal with. And PRX, they don't like playing set retakes, but this time forced to.
Spike planted.
Grouped up.
They are looking for a lurker. Something is hanging around for quite a while with this operator, looking towards front B, wondering where Leaf is. Leaf's just watching the flank.
Yeah, now forced to play the retake into this one. We've already had paranoia. Satchel forward. Jing though is going to be near side.
Oh, the double TP!
It's close, double TP! Into the back lines! It's dealt with instantly at that! Valin is hungry for it. Carnage onto the site. Straight into the thick of things. Something wants nothing to do with it.
Really well-played post-plant there from G2, because I love what Forsaken was cooking in the midst of all of that. We've seen some bonkers TP plays. I'm thinking about Mako.
It's very Mako-esque, isn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
But also, of course, Forsaken, or even Jing, whoever's playing the Omen for PRX is going to be pulling out plays like that as well. But not quite getting the value out of it that Forsaken was looking for. He was just hoping that the rest of his team could provide a distraction. Instead, it's G2's smoke player. There's a head-to-head to keep an eye on as well. Valin versus Forsaken. Great collection onto Jing early on. And manages to pick up another couple in the round as well here.
Enemy remaining.
Yo, Forsaken, you probably think I'm talking shit right now, but I love your skincare routine. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, I think that sums up this series, really.
Everyone loves everyone, man.
Yeah. There's no real skin in the game. There's no real revenge arc, unlike G2 versus T1. These are just two competitors, two sides that really do respect each other.
And why wouldn't you? I mean, they're both incredible teams.
Not finished yet, are they? Listen, damage is being done on either side here. Something still with that operator saved into the next. He evens it out, 4v4.
That's the only gun that they have available, though. Not that it stopped PRX from winning in round 2. They were doing that with just classics in hand.
Jorgamo, very aggro position that he's going to be finding himself in. Could be donating a rifle if he's unlucky in the process.
Absolutely. On an anti-eco, you don't normally take these kind of risks.
Doesn't have a gate crash down.
He's got a clone.
Could be dangerous. Oh, that gamer timing's bloody hell. That's a lot of damage done. Jing barely alive there. Something trying to at least punish from the sides. Devi! lights him up. Makes the Sheriff sing with shots like that, and these pistols could still do that real damage. Real quick work, leads it down to Jorgamo in that 1v2, 1v2! And that riot damage finally pays off. Red Bull clutch for Jorg. High octane action is what you came for, and you're gonna bloody get it.
PRX will sometimes hit some remarkable shots. That double kill from Divide with the Sheriff in hand shows you that in every one of these rounds, even when the weaponry's light, G2 are going to get pushed to the brink. But Jorg is up to it this time. The clone play as well stopped him from getting punished earlier on by something, and then he comes back around. Just catches the timing there to win the 1v2 towards the end. Now Leaf has picked up Something's operator, saved from the previous round, and is the player looking towards this push. Missed a shot on a Jing that was flying past him. That would have been an incredible one to land.
It's a tremendous amount of util though over towards A Rubble, so G2, they get the call, they get the read, and they're like, okay, we're gonna speed up over towards C. The wall's gonna be stopping them, and the drone. Something with a reposition, this could cook.
Time to jump.
There's also an opportunity here to slow things down a little, and Something's gonna look for that information. Sees 3 players out here.
Spotting the whole team now.
To be honest, I don't think there's much you can do off the back of this. It's just for pure information, which will make some kind of flood retake slightly weaker, but with the Showstopper and the Steel Garden, PRX are still in a really nice spot to stop any of G2's planting attempts.
There's poking and prodding on either side, isn't there, with that util sent flying forward. Still 50 seconds left.
Well, and also look how decent this holdover towards A Rubble is for PRX. They have 2 players posted up over here. One is the Raze with ult, so you are being driven into the B or C sites right now.
It's going to be going into C. Door opens up, sight lines are there, but 30 seconds remaining. Jorgamo might be gearing up for a bit of a fight there. Stun still, it's going to be hitting towards the back, and the shot still distracted for a second. It's traded out evenly by Jing Divide, still in the back, and heads are turned away from him. He combines the might, him and Patman really doing the damage, and Forsaken, the IGL, inserts himself into the conversation.
Of course he does. The Omen ultimate allowing Forsaken to get there as quickly as possible. He was the guy posted up with Jing, covering over towards Rubble. Jing comes in to reinforce B, and Forsaken apparates over to the other side of the map as well. One of the biggest strengths of this PRX team on the defense side, how mobile they are. Feels like you've got an idea of where they are on the map, and then suddenly they pop up completely in the other direction. Something's gone for a judge in this round. Holding up towards front B, you'd expect him to tuck behind the box. He's actually getting in front of it a little.
Horn catches, you know, there's no way you're going for this.
He's a nutcase. He's a nutcase. Again, this is an anti-eco round, one where probably you don't want to be taking too many risks. But Something pushed up forwards.
Yeah.
Patman to bait.
If you're not diligent clearing that, you're going to be surprised.
Now, Forsaken's used one of his teleports to get into this position, and his comp doesn't have a Viper wall to help him escape.
No, so good luck getting out.
He's quite committed. He takes the opportunity with the attacker's Viper wall to get out of there. So he's not as crazy as we thought.
He's going back in.
He's gone
back in, mate.
Okay, hold on.
Go back to words. He's going back in, and Levy's going to clean him up.
I take it back.
50 seconds left. This is still early days. In the big picture, if Leaf can get a bit more ground going, it might call for the rotations to occur over towards A.
And that's a gun down. Forsaken is always going to be going for the extra little bit. This time punished for it. Don't know why I ever believed he was backing off.
No.
This tap of the door and the fact that Forsaken's gone, pulling players defensively towards A as the hit on C comes through. Divide forced to give up space.
Yeah, Nightfall and Valentold as well clears out most of the site there. Leaf loses the fight out to Patman. Cleaned up that straggler. Device still here. Hanging around into the sidelines. He's going to get that first connection. A bit of running gunning though is ordered up here by G2. And Jonah P, why not pull out the sidearm? Secondary's getting that job done. Finishing up here. It's 2v3. The Nightfall committed. This looks winnable for PRX. They're going to send it forwards. Judge in hand. Something's gone against the Stingers and against the Rifles. Patman's left to do it all now. And a lot of damage being done in the process. Spraying them potentially down to a killable range. Patman himself very, very low. 51 health to get it done. High-low setup, G2 trying to play it with that discipline, with that diligence. Being disjointed, being picked apart. Time is running away from it right now. That wasn't a rifle he picked up, just a judge. Patman's going to get it done now. 9 bullets and time running short. Trent from on high. It's a thrifty round converted. G2 not finished. Neither team wants to really give up even an advantage here.
this round, Forsaken's death is massively important. Even though Leaf whips a little bit on the lurk over towards A, it just pulled all of the players away from C, so PRX couldn't really flood in properly. I love the idea of Valen calling like a quasi-fake in this round, and also making sure that they always have post-plant aggression, right? Look how deep they're fighting in some of these rounds. Even when you think back to the pistol, it's a great theory to bring in the game against PRX.
I don't want to count PRX out when they've got ults in their hands. A few weakened weaponry, but a rifle into the hands that do count.
The economy's been going back and forth so heavily. I feel like we've barely seen a rifle round with both teams having full equipment.
It's not been a standard game, that's for sure.
The clone's getting a lot of value, by the way. PRX needs to start shooting that before it gets rid of Device Wall. On C, on B. Jorg has been able to bait those out fairly easily.
Big group up though by G2, looking to send it flying forwards here. Onto the C site. There's no util used to push them back, so no one is home, but Leaf dropped down. That was it. The mid lurk cleaned up, and that's a rifle as well. They can hand over to the opposition. Still very much winnable. Information gathered. Something going to be playing for his life in this spot. PRX still have a chance to get back in, especially with Jing's showstopper. Door's going to be open up from the behind. Steel Garden as well. Just putting the squeeze now onto these G2 players. Get the corral and cower into the corner. Put a nade at your back and a gun forwards. Jing, watchful eye on every single extremity. Weapons finally back in action, but again, Jorgamo's got it too much to do. Swarmed by PRX, 4-4, evened up.
That's a flawless, and it's a thrifty. Like, again, the team with no weaponry is coming in here and getting the win. Second round in a row as well that Leaf has been punished on a lurk. It's fine to take those kind of risks, but man, PRX, if they're shooting, you need to make sure that you're shooting back. Jing came in here on a warpath, didn't he? He hasn't even used the showstopper.
No, he didn't need to use it.
I mean, Alex and Minnie are just laughing about this because I think that maybe a bit frustrated. They're losing the rounds, so they feel like they should have an advantage, but they're winning the ones where they don't.
Mate,
so
at this point, the game's out of their domain.
it's topsy-turvy, isn't it?
It's in the hands of the players.
Well, G2 have got the lower buy this time, so they're going to win. And also, especially if Leaf can actually get in a position to put down his Viper's Pit, they've got a great chance of it.
Yeah. Big mound push, but you're seeing instant rotations. PRX trying to follow the noise and the sound cues. They want to get involved into the fight as early as possible.
A fake into a B hit here would be such a nice call from Valen. Prowler goes out front B right now and does detect Leaf, so they might start reinforcing B, and Jing's ultimate could be a great one to stop the pivot through coming in. I think for sure the idea there was to end B and try to get the pit up, but now that Leaf's been detected, gonna have to adjust.
And G2 just going into a straight up honest A hit. Again, they don't have the guns and just spotting out the various bodies. That flash and a peek, Devi! Oh my, Devi!
What a flash!
The reactions and sharp shooting is across the board right now for PRX. Firing on all cylinders.
And stabilizing their economy as well. Starting to get up to a really tidy amount of money in the bank. Leaf, final player, executed with a bullet to the back of the head. Devi's so entertaining to watch on Lotus. I know that the whole team is, let's be real. We've got a treat here to open playoffs, but the way that Devi flashes like this and swings out, he contests this stairs space so often on defense.
And he's not scared as well of pushing past when he knows they're on an eco.
No,
could be handing over a gun if he ends up missing. It's pure confidence in the aim.
It's very confident, yeah. And he's very opportunistic. He takes good timings, actually. He's got a real sense for the game of when his opponents are not going to be expecting him. Of course, there's always risk inherent in the way that PRX plays on the defense.
Sure.
They're just good enough to be able to, for it not to matter a lot of the time.
This game is really boiling over, I think, in terms of just the pace that's being played but between the two teams. When you see some of the best in the world clash in Valorant typically as well, sometimes one team will concede, but with the pace that PRX play at and G2 just so eager to meet them, match them, pound for pound, it just feels like you can't keep up sometimes as well. You're watching decisions being made lightning fast, way past your comprehension of what you're usually used to playing.
Well, here's the funny thing too. When you look at the last time that these two teams met, we talked about it a bit. It was Toronto, and it was PRX coming out with a 2-0 win. And PRX's form, amazing. Won the tournament, everything looking great. You dial back the clock a little and look at more historic matchups. G2 usually had the edge in this match because they were the team that slowed the pace down, and PRX just ended up feeding into them. The problem right now with playing slowly into PRX is they are so good currently. That style doesn't work anymore. They make such intelligent timing decisions, and their players are shooting so heavy. The form is so good. good luck playing slow against them. It's really, really tough. I mean, you've seen that with Fnatic, for example.
And this year's certainly been the evolution of PRX as a team. TP forward into the one-way. That is spam into that.
No,
Expecting the play.
They are really ready for that. It's a flash into a horn play, but Joe goes down anyway.
Opening the door will force them to concede a bit of space suck, but PRX is going to be happy with the early pick.
Jorgamo's ultimate would have been the thing to win this round. Probably one of the tools that Josh RT was talking about.
Oh, if you go back into Jing here, you're going to be in trouble. Drone needs to be broken. Needs to be broken, and it is. He has that showstopper close quarters. Chooses to activate it now. Plays a scurrying, but against the back wall. That's mincemeat made of Fallon. Jonah P, an attempt to answer that back straight away. Stun's going to be ricocheting, but a smoke in your face. It's a blockade that's put up in front of G2.
It's really annoying being Jing and thinking about the fact that that drone can take away your ult at any time, but when it's used like that to flush out a corner and it's broken, just opens the door for PRX's raise.
Free game.
And this round, I can't imagine it going the way of G2 now. In a 3v4.
A lot will have to go right here, but Devi is already making sure that any sort of hurdles and obstacles are dealt with necessarily at that. Still G2 finding their mark. It's brought it into a 2v2.
This could be the opening.
To Nightfall. Scatters forwards, only the one tag. They don't know where something is there, but it's all being covered as well. Hell of an awareness, and the Seas connects. Forsaken's position notified. Armageddon. My God, the slightest of angles to play out of. He's alive for now, but he's got to do it now with just 34 bullets left. And the off angle of Jonah P. It's electric stuff from the Professor.
And of course, the round where it looks like G2 might be down and out in a 2v4 scenario, they pull it back through. And there's an example of keeping guns out and punishing PRX when they choose to take these opportunities. Here's Jing taking things into a 5v3, but it's these two kills here. Jing and Something contesting this B plant.
Now you're
Nice!
Because they don't hit their shots, because G2 are ready for them. The round flips on its head. And G2 draw things level again. And now they've got a chance of using this Euro ult.
Have a big fight taken. Half of the course so far for PRX. They'd love to be inserting, taking that robber control early. G2 though, they speed it up again. Noise heard, picking out a bit of that util, seeing where the thorns are. There's still a wall in your face, but Jorgamo's got all that space for free. Salvas in a one-way deep CT control. Name of the game already called for. What a snap to the head. Straight away, that door's going to be opening up. This is PRX trying to apply that pressure, but Jonah P covering the angles. And he cracks some weaknesses, but his back is currently open towards it. Something lurking up and around the pit. Going to let them try and get involved and get back in again, but Jorgamo's still just dominating the extremities. And the pit now insurmountable is what it feels like in a 2v4, especially with the operator in Something's hand. They already give it up.
Yeah, you don't even have two rifles to be spamming in there and hoping that you get a kill on somebody. I think Patman needed to win that fight. Prowler into the face of, was it Jorg or Valiant? I can't even remember at this point, but...
Jorg and CT.
Yeah, pushed up deep into spawn. I mean, if you're not going to be winning that duel when he's having to contest a Prowler, then you don't have too much avenue back into the round. I think these set-piece rounds on attack side have looked the best for G2. In terms of one team getting clean advantages over the other, the prep difference is here for G2. If you think back to the pistol, if you're looking at that round as well, there's been another couple sprinkled in the middle too. These are moments where G2 are able to get advantages over and above PRX. And I think big credit to the coaching staff for recognizing these kind of openings and opportunities.
Oh, spawn, oh my gosh. Yeah, it is.
One more round left to be played in this half. I mean, it has just been rapid, beginning to end.
They're going into Forsaken this time. Oh no, not even. Worried a little bit there about the way that Forsaken was playing towards Mound. G2 give it up.
Oh my God, man!
He's so good.
Have a day off.
Something,
Never will, he never will.
Something at this point in the year?
No.
Not happening.
It's not happening. No, he's really bringing it. In that head-to-head, this Yoru, Jorg and Something are heating up. 12 kills for Jorgum, I believe 11 for Something at this point. Ult even popped off as well, getting a bit of extra information, but a TP back again. It's just Something heavy Prio to get mid-round information for his team. And okay, as the smokes dissipate and just fade away, it's an open silent and open fight. Devi's going to be gone. Back to the spectator seats, 4v4, something consistency there with the operator. Jorgemon wants to try and take the fight straight to him, but again, PRX are just fighting at every single side. It's never an easy fight, pestering them from every single angle. PRX are all over the place right now. With every fight going their way, it leaves it to Jorgen at 1v3, but it's looking inevitable. It's looking like an evened up half, 6-6. Could we have it any other way?
What a brilliant way of opening playoffs. And what a gorgeous adjustment towards the end there from PRX. Forsaken flanking out through Mount. An ultimate comes out from something giving them all of the info as to where G2 were ending. So even though they got an opportunity to go into A, hit by a fade ult, flanked, you got no hope, no chance. PRX tie things up at the half.
Absolutely too.
And what a promise of an incredible second half here on Lotus.
It's already delivering. Two best teams in their respective regions really clashing hard. We're going to get a bit of a breather now as well. I'm going to send it down to the floor. Lewis standing by with some very special guests.
Un visage familier, le cousin d'Alex m'a rejoint, Titouan, PRX. Alex' cousin just joined me for an interview. Bonjour, Alex, welcome. Bonjour, Titouan, welcome, of course, to Paris. And the first question I wanted to ask you is, you've been following your cousins, you know, esports career for a while now. So my first question is he a better player or a better coach? Est-ce que tu trouves, du coup, que ton cousin est un meilleur joueur ou plutôt un meilleur coach?
Je pense qu'il est allé plus loin en tant que coach qu'en tant que joueur. Et puis, quand on connaît son niveau sur Valorant en jeu, il est bien derrière l'écran de coach.
Derrière ses joueurs, effectivement. So yeah, I think his career has been brighter as a coach than as a player, of course. And I think, yeah, his players are just too good for him to catch back. And the second question I wanted to ask you is, even though Alex spent his whole life in Singapore, he still has that French blood in him, right? So, you know, what is the most French thing that he has in his behavior? Donc pour toi, c'est quoi le trait le plus français de ton cousin Alex?
Je pense que ça peut se voir à la caméra, quand le plan il passe sur lui. Il peut être vocal, il sait se plaindre de ses joueurs. Et puis aussi, je pense qu'il aime bien manger.
He likes the French food, of course. He likes eating, and of course we can see it on camera. He's pretty nervous sometimes, you know. He gets also very vocal, so I think that's a pretty good presentation of your cousin. And now let's see if that French buff can carry PRX on this map of Lotus. See you!
Listen, any advantage that either of these teams can get, I think they're going to be taken at this point because they are neck and neck. It's a breakneck pace that's really just been occurring on either side here. 6-6 between these two teams. Anyone's game, and let's take a look at the Coinbase Econ report, honestly. A lot to delve into here, but why not? Let's take a look at Devi. He's been a real impactful player, to be honest. A lot of his rounds off the back of him, individual plays that he was making.
Yeah, for sure. And also trying to take out the players who are at the front of the pack, I think, here for G2. You see, those are the people he's doing the most damage to. Makes perfect sense. He's usually in an anchor position, but you do see him go for those aggro swings. But now the sides swap. And so you're looking at people towards something. Jing, Forsaken even. The big three who are going to be entering and fighting on the attack side, trying to get into good positions. And a team that was doing quite poorly when it came to pistol rounds across stage 2, but winning anyway. And now at this event, kind of crushing. And it looks like there's going to be an enormous scrap towards B.
It's all gearing up, isn't it? Skirmish chord 4, why not? It's going to get bloody, and it's brawly at that. G2, though, the ones winning it out so far. Feed entirely filled up in their name. A 4-piece, 4-leaf.
Did you blink? Did you go away to get a snack during the halftime? You missed it.
You probably did, yeah.
I mean, that is another pistol perfectly predicted. Round 1, G2's coaching staff bring them up a pistol that finds the gap in B perfectly. Round 13, they predict PRX going for pretty much the same thing and destroy them. If they lose this map now after winning double pistol, I mean, you can't blame Josh.
No. But also, did the first one count? I mean, PRX immediately eked them back. So.
Well, they might do it again, Brent.
They might do it again.
They've got the exact same buy, pretty much. 4 classics, and then Jing with a Sheriff instead of a Ghost.
It's relentless here. Look at this, already straight through the smokes, and you see Jorgemon taking that first point of contact. Already catching on to something as well. He was trying to TP his way all the way in. Watch him for it with a frenzy from that kind of range.
A medium-range frenzy spray transfer.
Okay, why not?
He's been getting tips from Jorg.
I've seen it all now.
I mean, they're good with the stingers, but the frenzy's not been in the meta too much recently.
This
but
works different on LAN, apparently.
Yeah. Well, a cleaner follow-up there from G2. So now they're the ones with a little bit of opportunity to run away with this one. Jing, on a crucial eco swing round, is going to pick up a judge here. They might be able to read into this because he had a sheriff in the previous round, but where's he going to take it?
Flash forward is going to be broken. Jorgamo, he's not messing around. That's 2 shots to the chest. Something done.
Superstar player from PRX. People looking at him as maybe the best player in the world right now. He's not going to get a chance in this round. PRX really need a win here.
Bring them down.
Already losing 1 player early. Never ideal.
Drone comes out and re-clears over towards Rubble, just looking for a lurker that might be in this kind of spot. Valen not receiving reinforcements just yet, but now Jorgamo hits his gate crash, and G2 start to reinforce over towards C and B.
What in that one, Jonah P? No way is he winning that one. Stinger in hand against the rifle.
Very fraudulent America's moment.
Yeah, and even picks up the upgrade as well while he's at it. PRX are looking to go back in his direction, I think, to get the gun back for Jing, but there is another one dropped down, courtesy of the Vi.
I think Jonah spotted 2 there out of the 3 players. And Leaf's position on B is so difficult to clear. This corner just gets mega value every time.
Tucked up deep here, we're going to see the double satchel play. Jing's forwards, skip past this one. Silence is going to be spotted! And the bodies just line up for him, Jing! It's 2 eviscerated in a blink of an eye, and a forward approach now into that PE site. Heaven angle. It's not really contended, and it's not really smoked off here. I mean, stunned with a ricochet, trying to peek this one forward again with the fights to be taken. G2, they win it like that.
Taking a page out of PRX's book. Pressure in the plant there just as it was going down. That stun from Trent is immaculate, isn't it? Lands onto the player defending the planter, and they come in swooping together.
No one from PRX really covering it as well. I mean, listen, I can't fault them. My mouth's barely keeping up with the gameplay itself, so listen. Well, the fact that they're still playing towards it.
Yeah, well, that's what I think has been most evident from this match, is that G2 actually look like the faster team.
Yeah.
If you had to, average out all of the rounds and decisions being made, normally PRX are head and shoulders above everyone. There are almost no teams that play quicker than PRX does. And that doesn't mean speed to get the plant down or they always run fast rounds, but they just make a lot of decisions per moment of the match. And here, G2 are preempting what they're doing and managing to stay 1 step ahead. And they've got an opportunity to start snowballing this half. Winning the pistol round and a bonus is pretty major. This is a tactical timeout coming out here from PRX. I am interested to see how much Mini's talking in these kind of moments. Seems like at the moment he's just staying quiet, letting the big boss Alex give most of the feedback to the team. It is cool seeing Mini there in person. I believe it's the first time he's traveled with the team. He's been doing remote work for them at previous events, but maybe it's going to be a curse bringing him on site. I mean, you won the tournament last time by leaving him at home, so...
Yeah, definitely would hope not. 3-round difference, though, between these 2 teams, but at the pace that is being played at, it could steadily, quite quickly, get away from you, I think. So that's why we're calling for the pause. PRX tactical intervention.
Very early in the half.
Yeah.
And maybe just addressing the speed, the style that G2 are playing. It's possible that PRX were expecting G2 to play more set retakes, slightly slower look.
Over the top. Quite broken, so that's going to be a big reveal onto at least 2 players. Spotted, jump spot as well. Reveals a handle leaf that he's working with that outlaw. A lot of full armor buys as well on the side of PRX. Very aware of the way that G2 like to play and now getting a bit of a move on. That herd and pack mentality. Laying claim to most of the A site, chewing it up here. G2 just leaving it vacated. Again, the jump spots.
They're trying to bait a shot. So
very aware.
Trying to bait a shot so the Jing can go up.
Whoa! Just barely a head poking up towards the top. Vulnerability. Doesn't even matter at a point like that. Still just trying to pick them apart from the sides. It's a gun picked up all along the way and just running and gunning, spraying away. Jorgamo deals with the Vi. All up to Forsaken now. Salvo at your feet. There's nowhere to really stand.
G2,
take a fair fight there.
G2 do look great here. In terms of the prep that they've come in with, the way that they're playing off each other, the harassment of PRX as they come into the site.
Planted.
Even Valen's position, willing to take that risk and dip down into pit in an anti-eco and gets rewarded for it. Gets the kill, turns the head, allows the player that killed him to be traded. That's Jing, who got up to a showstopper. PaperX need around here because G2 are starting to run away with things. Pretty similar, though opposite, to their clash in Toronto, where things were neck and neck coming out of the first half, and then it felt like G2 ran out of stamina. I love this exact.
Yeah, we're seeing it. Double satchel over towards the top.
But you throw the smoke high in the air, so it becomes a cover for Jing as he double blast packs up, and then he can take the fight afterwards.
TP into the backside of A.
Cutting through.
PaperX always coming out with the cool ideas. Forward to get the angle.
This round there's a flank play happening as well. And Devi's going to be watching for it. Forsaken also challenging here.
Pixel angle, Forsaken. Played it out by the first player. Takes off Valent's head as a result of it. That wall's going to be tripped and that double face does overwhelm. It's going to be a quick call out though. Pac-Man looking to see if he can contain as well. Needs some help as well. Calling for reinforcements and a bit of backup. And that is a TP behind you. It is manic stuff from Jorg. And he's not stopping there. Damage done, but in a flip of a coin, it's all turned on its head. PaperX and themselves up into this 1v2. Forsaken. Quick cleanup. 4 kills for him.
He has saved them off camera there. We're watching Jorgamo pull out outrageous stuff over towards Rubble, really giving PaperX a taste of their own chaotic medicine. And meanwhile, in the background, Forsaken has just gone to work, soldiering away, taking down player after player. That's a 2v4, I think, technically. Maybe a 3v3, but Forsaken team captain IGL bailing them out when it mattered the most.
They desperately needed it, like you said. Needed it most there. PaperX looking to send it flying forwards once more. Salvos, though, an adjustment called for here by G2. Looking to really fight this one forwards with a lot of util in the process, but Trent beamed down through the smokes. Still, bullets are going to be rattling forwards, and with that showstopper, you are no more. Jing paving the way to success, and the rest of his team can follow him straight through. Jorgamo looking to answer back rapidly at that, but still shut down with a bullet to the dome.
That's incredible awareness there from PaperX, dodging the flash. Valen would have to go huge.
Lying
this
in
would
wait.
be monstrous.
Dissipates though, and the player's just not lined up for him. It's up to Leaf now. 1v3.
One of the first rounds where we've seen teams actually clash over towards Rubble. PaperX come out on top with all of their beautiful ideas. Does the Steel Garden get forced out here? Does Leaf get a freebie in Spawn and Forsaken?
It's
a wild off angle.
It's so off angle, isn't it? Oh, he just...
Oh, one bullet.
Micro flick. Forsaken. Doing backflips in the spawn. Leaves it to 1v2. Like you said, a silver line would be ults being forced out and pulled out of these PaperX players. They've got this one locked down. A lot of damage done. Leaf anticipating a reswing from a different angle and position, but at some point has to expect it. Time's still starting to tick though. Options very much limited, and now an unwinnable spot to play in. Looking to just do the exits. Bit of damage to the economy while he's at it.
I really like the way that PaperX take Rubble control in rounds like this. So, like I said, Forsaken throws this smoke that starts high up in the air, and it actually obscures Jing when he jumps in. And then the smoke lands on the floor and lets Jing take these fights up and over the top. It's really difficult to stop. And because Jing's not been ripping Showstopper as soon as he gets it, it's hard to anticipate which rounds he's going to be playing in. And so Jonah P just gets stuck there inside tree, not anticipating Jing coming in. A huge round from PaperX's Raze, and still with 4 other ults to play with.
Pulling this one back, one round at a time. Ults are going to be used on either side, though. Hit to lock off C.
They didn't clear!
He didn't clear it, Valen! Just tucked into the corner, nice and tight and pretty there. He's going to be able to find it a little bit more, but something with some information. Backs up and will respect it.
I mean, a bait and switch play is one thing, but against a Yoru ultimate? That's just a big mistake from something.
Just left them at a disadvantage now, PaperX. Now 4v5.
Jonah is so committed.
Hyper committed. He's got no real backup as well. No help to help him out. That wall's on cooldown. Needs it up ASAP. Nades are flying forwards along with the bullets. Surely he doesn't survive this. He's trying to counter-spam them all the way back. And Jonah P gets out.
That's incredible. Good support from the rest of his team to get Jonah out in that position, but it's got to feel disastrous on the side of PaperX. You've somehow been left in the 3v5 at the back of all of this.
Coming out drone for a bit of information there. Containment is the name of the game for G2. Not letting anything slip here, even committing ults into their own. Still a 3v5, respect shown.
30 seconds
Salvos
planted.
off the mark, doesn't deny the plant. That's going to be an extension into the round. PRX still have a way back into this one. Battering against them, that Utah's flying forwards, but killed in their name. Nightfall now, scatters forwards. Jing, he's even collected a few of his own. And just like that, it's a 3v3. Players are noted. Drop down into pit, the Seas to try and cut off these angles. Steel Garden even being offloaded here with no weaponry to work with. It all comes down to the sidearms. Valen dismisses Patman, brings it into that 2v2, but time is ticking. It's getting away from them. The Thorns delay it. TP in. Valen's looking to try and get at least a bit of a tap onto it. Damage through the box. Satchel over the top, but it's all Defy in the feed. Fills it up now. 1 round is all the PRX are behind by.
I was worried at the start of that round. PRX have been saving these ultimates so much because they're trying to use them in post-plant situations. But they lost players really early on. A 3v5 that they managed to turn with those ults. The Fade, the Vice, huge value once they saved them into that position, but there are always chances that you just lose the early skirmishes and you're in a spot where you don't even think it's winnable even with ults in hand. That one saved. An economy broken now for G2. So that is the perfect round for PRX to clutch from the jaws of defeat. They have, however, expended their big ult bank. They had a lot of ults to work with. The Euro ult didn't get much value. Thankfully, Divine Patman did. But now things are going to start going back in the other direction towards G2's favor. As soon as they get their guns online, assuming that there's no thrifties happening and the score level's out at 10 to 10, that's when you're looking towards the Fade ult, maybe the Taeho ult starting to come online. So PRX still with a little bit of an uphill battle here, despite the fact they've won 3 in a row to get back in this game. There's more to be done.
Certainly is.
Now we win.
As you were saying, at least the money's on their side for now.
How many thrifties have we seen this game?
Too many. Too many. We expected, I think, the caliber of these two teams, but...
Especially when you got Stinger Merchants on one side as well, and PRX winning rounds with even just classics, just all bunched up fighting together. This round it's about dodging the threat that Leaf has with the Judge, I think.
Simple take towards Mound, and now sending it even flying further forwards, anticipating!
Well, that's not going to undo it!
Oh my goodness! Leaf expecting the play, the TP forwards as well, and he wants a little bit more. That's a Judge. Swing around to the side, something really being tested from this spot, and helped out. His team starting to billow out of the main choke point now, getting a bit of a move on. It's a reaction time test from Jorg. Fails it for now with that Sheriff. Might get another chance to do it though. So Nightfall even being committed. G2 feeling like this is winnable. TP is going to be broken there from Valen. A lot of ults committed on the side of G2, but a pause called for here by PRX, looking to see if they can buy their time, weather the storm. They should back out. They do have that weapon advantage.
They're putting so much pressure on these PRX players before they can put the plant down.
Well, for a bit of a calm moment now, a lull.
But now they're worried that PRX might have left. There's still 40 seconds in the round, and G2 have just thrown every piece of util, hoping that PRX would take the bait and go for the team fight. A tap at the door.
30 seconds left.
It's going to be hard for G2 to get back into this site.
Yeah. Valen is to play with a rifle. Risks to be taken for sure if they want a chance to get back in. The weapons not on the side overall here for G2. Plant down as well for PRX. Cement themselves into post-plant positions.
Valen's going to get given an aim fight at some point. PRX better hope to win it.
Something's heads on a swivel here. Wants to step past the smoke, but just waiting for the right time to strike. His bullets going straight towards him. Still, it's all just going to be down to Jonah P. Does pick up that gun in his hands, but yeah, overwhelmed there. Something. He's got it all handled. 10 to 10. That's what it's been brought to.
Good patience there from PRX. Drawing all of that utility out of G2 and just slowing things down, cutting noise. Threatening that you could have gone over to the rest of the map. Divine wins a really critical 1v1 against Valen as something cleans the rest of the kills up. I said the key in this round was avoiding Leaf, and he instantly got 2. But PRX again dig themselves out of a hole.
Where are they?
Now though, weapons back up for G2. They did use that Fade ult though, so ults very even across the board.
Spam down a bit of bullet tags into the leg of Jing. Doesn't do him in, but it's a lot of damage to contest with, and Jorgenmo's just sitting there with the op. Actually looking to contest. A lot of damage through the wall. Something dodging and juking for now, still alive and kicking.
Time to jump.
Divide. That's an insane shot.
What a pre-fire from Divide. He knows that Leaf loves hanging around on that angle. Somehow Leaf survives. Gets a little bit of door frame between him and the bullet.
Now, great migration. PRX making their way over towards C. They know the damage done is to Leaf, so he's not going to be playing as aggressive Leaf.
Still got a snake bite.
Could make the difference when this util starts getting sent flying forwards now. With that C's and a nade, there's a snake bite. Attempt to drop them. Haunt even committed on top of it. PRX, a lot of util being used here, but to no real avail.
And they don't have an insert elsewhere on the map, so time really starting to tick down now. Getting dangerous.
TP over towards Rubble. Forsaken wants to stick this one as well. He's got a good clearance over towards A.
30 seconds
That's a lot of
left.
unknowns in the minds of G2. They're wondering, has he TP'd into spawn? Where is this guy?
But Jonah's clearing it out quite diligently at the moment, and will still have a timing to stop this hit coming through.
Still going to be
try
tested.
to anchor with the Odin.
Still going to be tested, like you said. He forced to anchor now with the Odin in his hand. The door not opened up. The salvos to try and cut them off. Where it hurts!
Spike down A.
Split them in twine. PRX right now, they don't know which way to look, which way to stand. Toppled at a moment's notice. The pressure was there, but long-range support with that salvo at the feet. Couldn't cross that boundary, couldn't get themselves onto the A side, so PRX find themselves trailing by one again.
First round, I think, where we've seen one of the attacking teams look a little shaky. Usually it's, you know, something excellent coming out from the defenders. This one, perhaps a bit too simple there for Jonah B. With only 15 seconds left on the clock. No threat coming towards B in the mid-round.
Where are you?
No real risk that there was going to be a repop on the C site. Thankfully for PRX, it hasn't broken their economy completely, but they are going to be coming in with a stinger and a judge on Jing. Maybe an opportunity here to end B and make use out of these short-range weapons.
Well, they might want to go for it, bit of a B split, or just a fake of the A util. And looking to go straight forwards. Flying forwards at that. That's a judge into the hands of Jing, and he could do some real damage here. Trying to take that peek. It's an unsmoked angle. Trent is no more. Obliterated in the process. Jorg falls to the information. TP's back out to safety, but there's still a player down on the plant. Now finally going down.
Heaven control there, threatened from PRX, and then once they know that G2 have seen it, they immediately drop back and try to fight on site, creating presence in as many spots as possible.
All players on site with the exception of Divide. Taking that peek in the fight to be taken. It's an off angle for Patman, and that is beautiful work. Two players dropped in the blink of an eye for G2. They're going to be watching from the spectator seat. Forced to back away from this fight. PRX bringing it back up to 11.
I was praising the fact earlier that G2 felt like they were one step ahead of what PRX were doing. This round caught them off guard, and Jorg might have just got away with keeping the op if Jing had chosen to go stairs there instead of Heaven.
Still out in the open.
I think he's going to escape to tree and find some safety. So both big weapons safe for G2, but as I'm saying, I don't think they were actually ahead of that one. I think PRX really caught them off guard there with the fake rubble util into a B pop.
Yeah. Trent here was down for the count, right?
Yeah, usually the rounds that I've liked seeing from G2 have been when they're fighting PRX as the plant is going down. This time they actually had Paranoia and a stun to try to do that with.
Think about that. Literally the free round.
But Trent got caught. Didn't catch quite what Jorg was saying there towards the end about a free round. I mean, 11-11. Tension at its highest.
Adjustments that are being made. Tweaks as well across the board. Salvas far breaks open the blue room door, and Jorgenmo not anticipated from that spot.
He's a big game player.
Delivers them a killing blow onto Jing. Right when his team needed it, and the slightest gaps to work with. That is disgusting stuff.
He is playing so well in this match so far.
Something may have found himself a bit of a pocket to play in still. Players might be watching it. An awareness that door is open. It was Trent who was the one to do it. Shallow angle that he's watching this from. Flash. Still contacting up here, PRX.
Leaf from behind.
It could be that backstab! Oh, what is that by Forsaken? Quick 180. Snaps back and punishes Leaf for the hubris of trying to contest.
3 huge moments where Leaf has had a bit of a whiff, but this one might punish them the most. He's still got 19 kills, he's still playing great. But big kills are getting away from him.
Lurks on Lurks, dividing all that space over towards C. Open ground found, and something now can be the backstab.
Oh, what a time.
Still with that player disadvantage, but it might not matter with something playing like this. And like you said, the timing is everything. It's all about how fast G2 end up playing it, but he reveals it early with that kill onto Jonah P. No one's turning to look at this right now. No one at all. Communication just going to miss. PRX. Again from the brink. Again at the player disadvantage. But it's inevitable. It's going to be that 12th round.
I think this round is utterly and completely different if Forsaken doesn't somehow land.
Okay.
Go for the Cologne play. I think this round is so different if Forsaken doesn't somehow spin on a dime and land a 180 kill onto Leaf. The reactions sometimes from the PRX players, especially Forsaken, seem inhuman.
Yeah.
Because he's reacting to the fact that he's being shot at. And sure, you can look at Leaf and you can blame him for having a bit of a whiff. But how many other players are reacting to this quickly and deleting the player behind him?
There's no way.
And it's actually a bit of a tough shot because as he moves, his model goes downwards too because he's on a staircase.
Moving down into the pit.
If Forsaken didn't land that though, I think it's G2's round. And maybe, therefore, G2's map. And now they've got to fend off map point.
Huge heroics from PRX. Bringing them to map point. Be disastrous for G2 to lose this opener in this fashion. It's exactly the way that the last time that these teams played each other ended up. 13-11 lost to G2, and anticipating that TP deep into the back line. Chogamo's got his watchful eye onto it still. Bullets going to be rattled on either side here. Damage is being done either way. Judge in the hands of Leaf, he can't get much done at all. The rifles are singing in the hands of these PRX players.
Still a salvo, still an ult here for Trent.
Chance for him to get back in, but a lot of damage done to Jonah P as well. They're going to have to use everything at this point. Space given up. Presence being shown. It forces the Armageddon to be used just to take site control. G2. Meticulous. They're like surgeons when it comes to these retakes. Just trying to divide up most of the site and see if they can take this one nicely. But they have to get their eyes and watchful eyes. And these smokes, Valin does punish it. Forsaken dropped in that IGL dip. Jing from the side has got a nade waiting. Rebounds, but a little bit too shallow. A tap onto it. Horn needs to be dealt with. It's all coming down to the wire. And in slow motion, could we have it any other way? Map 1 goes to PRX.